broken tackle, Gary, that was a missed tackle. That was a try to reach and try to grab a good running back, and you can't do that.
Monte Flynn made the stop with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. At the 46,
Whoa.
ball fumbled and scooped up, and Dunbar's got the ball.
Yeah, it looks like 23 got the ball. That's Logan Pitton.
So,
Senior coming through. Watch this. Little fumble on the handoff. Jumped on the ball. Nice job.
they need a lot of that, don't they, Coach?
Well, yeah, they needed a turnover. Now they need to do something with it. Teams, when you're working with high school kids, you're never out of it until you come out of halftime and see what's going on then, because these kids believe that they can do things. Hopefully they will.
4:58 to go in the first period. Ethan Till back in the pocket. Fires right side. It's caught by Trey Berry. Berry breaking tackles to the 30-yard line. Pulled back. And a good play there by Avon Bohms, the middle linebacker. 22-0. Simon Kenton on top. 4:45 to go. That was a good play, Coach.
Yeah, that was a good play. It looks like they're giving it a good effort there. This is
pick up about 15 inside the Kiyembe, and he gets very little yards, maybe the 28-yard line. Making the hit was Mark Ober, 6-foot senior.
Yeah, Tucker Ober. Yeah, Ober came up from the secondary position to make that tackle.
Picked up about 3, 2nd and 7.
Outside linebacker now.
Kiyembe is to the right. Teal fires. It's caught and over the middle, and it's going to be Ryan Barrett with the catch, and he's hit immediately.
Yeah, and guess who hit him? Number 24 again. That's Bohms. I'm telling you guys, this kid is a player. He is a player. Watch his hit. Boom.
Close to first down marker. They give him the first down? No, they said he was short.
Third and short.
Third and about 2 yards to go.
He's squeezing the formation in. Come on, Ethan.
Teal back to throw. He's got open Berry. Catches 15. He's out of bounds and got the first down. That was a good pass to Trey Berry. And there in coverage was Nathan Kitchens, the defensive back for Simon Kenton.
Yeah, they ran a levels pattern on that. And he ran a quick out or a short out. Good hands. Caught the ball in his hands. Didn't let it get to his body.
And Kiyembe inside.
Nice
He's tripped up at the – oh, my goodness. He would have been in the end zone.
He would have been. I think it was 24 again. I'm not sure, but let's see. No. That was a saving tackle.
He's about ready to run in the end zone for a touchdown. And
incomplete there.
Incomplete pass while we were away.
Yeah, they're going pretty quick sometimes there, and we might just forget about the replay.
Yeah.
3rd down and 5. Yeah, we missed
Aaron Rose on the production behind us.
Brings up 3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line. There you see Ethan Till and also number 2, Noe Kiyembe. To his right. Till back to pass. He looks, throws it, and it's wide open, and it's going to be fumble.
His knee was
recovered by
down.
Simon Kenton. I think they say he was down,
yeah,
Coach?
He was down.
He was down at the 1-foot line, so no fumble.
First down.
By Trey Berry, who was trying to get his 6th touchdown of the season.
All right, now let's see what you got here. I might want to run that quarterback sneak, but don't run it over that big man in the middle.
Teal.
No, see, there's nothing
he
there.
is stopped. The linebacker's there again. Avon Bohms there again. 24, making a hit along with 61 there, and that's Abba Sam. He's going to Kentucky.
One of the problems with running the shotgun, you get that quarterback back 6-7 yards. And unless you practice him under center, there's always a problem with the snap.
Teal looking, and he's bent backwards. And he's getting up slowly, bent backwards by the Simon Kenton defender. Gets up ginger on his left ankle.
Yeah, he got bent over backwards. But again, I'm going to bring it up again. If you're going to run a 6'5", 220-pound quarterback, get him under the center and sneak with him.
They need to find Trey Berry here, Coach. or get him in the backfield or something.
That would have been a
He's
good
the
idea.
best threat they have.
It would have been a good idea on first down, especially.
We're going to have a timeout called.
Oh, you got
Officials
equipment.
timeout.
It's equipment time correction.
He'll have that equipment worked out by the time he gets to Kentucky, won't he? They'll work it out for him. Berry comes in motion. Teal steps up. He's going to run it in. Touchdown.
Went in under
Gimpy
everybody.
leg and all.
Gimpy leg under him. They didn't expect that. After he got leveled on the previous play, 57. Nice job by the offensive guard for Dunbar on that play, Gary.
Touchdown Bulldogs. 22-6 now.
Laquan Greer, by the way, excellent block.
Joseph Davies will be the extra point kicker for Ryan O'Hare. Kick is up, and it is through. So Davies makes it good. 22-7, Simon Kenton leading. 1:51 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back to John Akers Stadium after this timeout on Prep Spin. Well, Dunbar got on the board, Coach, on a quarterback keeper by Ethan Teal, 5 yards out. It's 22-7. Simon Kenzo, Dunbar got off the snide.
Yeah, and Teals threw a couple nice passes on that drive. They were helped by a penalty and then a couple of nice runs, too.
Davis set to kick off for the Bulldogs here at Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Davis into the kick. It's going to be a short one. Taken at the 23, return to the 30, 35, 40, and up to the 45-yard line. Slammed out of bounds right there. That was Landon Brown on the return by Simon Kenton.
You know what? You said they're using a substitute kicker tonight. They probably need to put that ball down and just squib it as hard as they can.
I agree, Coach. I agree.
Because
100.
you're setting them up for good field position every time.
100%. And the ball up at the 45-yard line, so they got pretty good field position with a 22-7 lead for Simon Kenton. As you mentioned, they haven't exactly been that tough this year. They gave up 108 points to Cove Cath and to Beechwood. Give around to Tyson Weaver. He's running the 40 and up into that short of the 40-yard line. And let's see who was at that got him there.
I think that was Kaimbe.
Yeah, Kayimbe.
Yeah, came up there.
Kayimbe.
Nice tackle.
Picked up about
too much territory, though.
17 yards. Here's Lee. Passes to the right, and then it's caught on a diving catch at the 30-yard line, and that's made by Carter Blades.
Yeah, I think that Dunbar's laying off those receivers a little bit too much, but Turlington had an opportunity there to press that receiver and maybe get a pick.
Quarterback passes over the left side. It's caught and down to the 15, knocked down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, that's an RPO, guys. That's an RPO. That quarterback had an opportunity to run the play or to throw it.
Where's the white kid? There's a flag down, Coach.
Well, it was a lateral, so there was nothing wrong with the position of the quarterback there.
Holding against Simon Kenton. So a break for Dunbar. Dunbar's starting to get some breaks, Coach. They got the big fumble recovery on the last possession by Simon Kenton. Now they get a holding call here, so That'll take them back to the 32-yard line.
I just see, again, I think they need to be more aggressive defensively. They got to make sure tackles, and they got to get some penetration. Those linebackers are just not making any tackles.
Lee back in the pocket. Here comes pressure, throws it downfield, and it's caught. What a catch made there. It's a super catch by Grayson Harris at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I think we had some confusion in the secondary for the Bulldogs on that one. Honestly, this is almost the end of the first quarter, and they need to call a timeout and just get themselves straight on defense.
Brady Lee back to pass, sets, throws, and it's a touchdown. Nathan Kitchens.
Kitchens is having a good year this year. We'll look at this route. Twins, oh yeah, just a circle go route on the receiver on the inside went out and go, and the outside receiver, curled up about 6-7 yards in the end zone.
So 28 points in the first quarter for Simon Kenton, 7 for Dunbar. Yeah, Cole Garnett coming in. He's going to kick it out of the hold of Schreiber. Here's the kick up, and it's going to be good. 29-7, 35.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after this timeout. Here's the kick by Simon Kenton. It comes to Norsworthy. He can't pick it up. He finally gets it at the 6, decides to go at the middle of the field. Norsworthy at 20, and he's stacked up and stopped right there. And see, there you come up and get him.
There's a flag on that too.
33 got him, Ober.
You got a block in the back, Gary, against Dunbar. That's not going to help. They're going to be way backed up here. I don't know what you do here. We got 28 seconds in the first quarter. Just run something safe and try to get together during the break and figure out what's going on. And I think the problem is defensively right now.
Yeah, I agree. They're getting too many receivers downfield behind Dunbar's secondary.
Yeah, they're playing too soft, and they're not getting to the quarterback at all.
Snap comes back. Teal gives to Kimbe. Kimbe rolling to the 14-yard line. He got good about 8 yards, 7 yards.
Yeah, he's quick. He's showing a lot of quickness there.
Noe Kayembe.
They're going to let the quarter run out, hopefully.
That's the end of the first. And so Simon Kenton will take a 22-point lead. The second quarter here on the Mingy Beef Jerky UK Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Second quarter coming at you. We come back to John R. Akers Stadium, 29-7. Simon Kenton on top of Dunbar.
Welcome back to the beautiful campus of Paul Dunbar High School, John R. Akers Stadium. Beautiful night here, beautiful field, not a beautiful game. Looks like Dunbar's struggling a little bit right now. They're behind, as you can see, 29-7.
We've got a great matchup next week, Coach Meehan. We've got a top 10 matchup, Woodford County and South Oldham. Very good matchup.
Yeah, both teams, excellent football teams.
Excellent matchup next Friday night. 29-7 here, Simon Kenton. Here's Noe. I tell you, he's got a name nobody wants to pronounce. Koyimbe. Noe Koyimbe.
Noe Koyimbe.
I think he's got it up to the 19-yard line.
Dunbar spreading the field now. They have
they need to get the ball to Trey Berry. He's their best weapon. He's out to the near side. Inside it goes, and Noe is stopping. We've got a new quarterback in there. It's number 10, Coach.
Yeah, number 10 for Dunbar's in there. That's Estep, Stephen Estep, 6-foot junior.
Stephen Estep is a new quarterback. He's in for Ethan Till. Till got that injury when he got bent back by the lineman of Simon Kenton.
Yeah, I think you pointed out it looked like an ankle. Hopefully it was a sprain instead of a knee problem.
2nd and 10. Estep. Back in the pocket. Quick pass to Berry. He's got it up at the 28-yard line. And I tell you, Mark Ober just said, hey, you're going down, and he went down.
Yeah, that was decent. That was a good way to start for ESAP. Give him a little short pass to the short side of the field.
Big-time wrestling. Aaron Rose is doing wrestling tomorrow. That looked like some wrestling there. Here's...
Oh, it's just barely...
he's tripped up. Ankle tackle there by Bohms on Noe Kayembe, or he would have gone a long way.
I believe that Junior Bohms probably has 6 tackles already.
That is a first down. That's a 31-yard line. Estep back in the pocket, looks down the middle, and it's incomplete. He threw it behind his intended receiver, Bart Barrett. I think there's a flag down.
Get on the white hat. See, we're not seeing the... There we go. Yeah, pass interference on Simon Kenton. Yeah, that was a miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback. That was a nice play. He kind of gave that little release route, maybe a choice route to the receiver, but the new quarterback just sort of, I think he misread the movement by the receiver. It looked like the receiver was supposed to turn inside or not. I don't know.
Coach, as poorly as Dunbar's played so far, if they score a touchdown here, they got it down to a couple of scores here, make it respectable.
Okay, they're putting trips into the wide side of the field now. They hadn't done that yet.
Here's Noe Kayembe down to the 46-yard line. A good run, and there to make the play was Cody McDonald in the secondary for Simon Kenton.
Yeah, I don't think their real problem is the offense, other than the turnover, with the interception. I think they have to come up with a way to stop that running and passing game.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. He step in for Ethan Till. High snap. Looks to throw. Getting pressure. Rose to the left. And he throws it, and his hand was hit as he threw it. Goes incomplete.
Yeah, quarterback like that, new in the game. He's got to either get outside and make something out of it, throw it out of bounds, or whatever. I think that Dunbar is trying to spread the field now to get those receivers open. Well, what's happened, Simon Kenton, if you noticed or not, but they were in a 4-3 look, but they walked up and played man-to-man on all the receivers, on the outside receivers. So they probably just had one free safety. We call that man-free. Now they're back in zone, Gary.
3rd down and 3. Estep gives it Kiyembe. He's tripped up and tackled right at the line of scrimmage. And there to get him, Coach, Aba Sam, UK commit.
Yeah, he's another one of the players that really stepped up. Aba Sam.
6'5", 295.
Yeah, he's rated pretty high in Kentucky, number 5 or something like that.
Triple receiver to the left, Trey Barrett, and there's somebody jumped offside. They're going to say Dunbar pointing towards Simon Kenton.
I don't see it.
That's a first down for Dunbar. They catch a break, Coach.
Catch another break on the penalty, but what they're doing is Simon Kenton is being really aggressive on the line of scrimmage. They're starting to disguise their coverage and walk up and man. Now they're back in that cover 2 look now. On the short side of the field, sometimes they play man on the outside of receiver. Let's see what happens.
4-man front, E-step. Gives now second man through, and nice running. Boy, that was some jigging and jagging there going on. Looked like a rabbit going through some briar hopper, you know.
Yeah, they're depending on Kimbe. Can't afford to get him banged up. He's getting up a little slow.
Noe Kayembe.
What a chance, opportunity, the way I look at it, for a quarterback to come in, a junior.
2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
That's a good
pass
play.
over the left side, and Kayembe cuts it down to the 34-yard line, a couple yards short of the first down. Making a hit there for the defense was one of the linebackers. That was Mark Ober.
Our linebackers make a lot of tackles in this defense. Those big defensive linemen, their job is just to claw goes up, make sure those gaps are covered so that those offensive linemen can't scrape off and block the linebackers.
7:40 to go, second quarter. E-step with Kayembe, gives it to him. Up the middle, hit and dropped immediately. And there's big, who else? That's big Putoff. Jake Putoff, 6'3", 295 senior.
That's another one of those big guys in there. Coach Wes Johnson was concerned about the size of those kids.
Here's a timeout called by Wes Johnson and Dunbar. 29-7, 7:16 to go in the first half at Paul Lawrence Dunbar, John R. Akers Stadium. We'll keep it here, Coach. Coming up at halftime, what we got, Coach?
We've got several things. It's a long halftime because of homecoming here. So we have an interview. Gary, you're going to do an interview with the brand new athletic director here at Paul Lawrence Dunbar.
Damon Kelly.
Yeah, Mr. Kelly, really good job as a coach, a Lafayette basketball coach for a while. And then I'm going to talk to Matt Meehan, who was one of the original Bulldogs, to talk a little bit about what's going on with him, but also what was going on back in the day when we were both young whippersnappers. I'm not going to say what the difference was, but we're going to do that. And then I also have some UFOs I got to do.
Wow, you got a lot of stuff coming up.
And maybe get some stats, too, right at the end.
Yeah, we're looking for some stats. Well, time out there, Coach. What is Wes Johnson telling this ball club? They're faced with 4th down and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Well, I don't know what to say because, your number 2 quarterback is in the game, and how many snaps has he had? I don't know. It doesn't look like he has the confidence to throw deep. I think the receivers are kind of backing him. They want him to be able to get the ball out. You can't keep handing the ball off to the running back the whole time.
E-step, back and roll out, throws, and it's going to be caught. Nice catch there by Harrison Simpson. He's got the first down to the 31-yard line. Okay,
now, they've successfully thrown the 5-yard out 3 times. Now I think it's time when they get an opportunity to run the out and go, because those defensive backs are getting hungry for an interception. They're looking at that receiver starting that break to the outside. They're going to come up on it fast. Just run on by him.
Trey Berry gets a lot of attention because he's the deep threat for Dunbar. He's out to the near side. Got triple receivers out to the top. Quarterback Chase E-step. And the gun sends his man in motion. Throws it over, and it's caught by Trey Berry, and then he's taken down immediately. Taken down by Kitchens.
Kitchens did a good job on that. Berry did a good job of catching that ball in traffic.
Had him around the neck, and Trey Berry is down 29-7, and got an injured player down, Coach.
Yeah, injured player here on the field. Aaron, why don't we take a little break right now, and we'll come back, and we'll see. Hopefully the guy's all right. This is the broadcasting from the Whitaker Bank Mobile Studios, Mingua Beef Jerky.
Love it.
And here at Dunbar High School. We'll be back in a minute.
I am Rick Clark, Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Dunbar give it inside as second man, and he's hit at the 35-yard line. And Coach, that was Anthony Boykin, the ball carrier. First time he's carried the ball tonight.
Yeah, I think one tackler held him up, and then a big number 77, Jake Pulhoff,
Put off.
295 pounds, pushed him over.
I tell you what, they got some big fellows up there, don't they?
They do.
67's already made a big play, got an interception tonight, Northland.
Yeah.
He stepped back, in trouble, runs it to the 30, and can't break a tackle, the 29-yard line. He's knocked down by Brown, the outside linebacker.
Have we lost our clock?
There it is. Sorry.
4th and 13, 4th and 8 on the 34. Obviously 4 down zones.
You know, since SK jumped out 22-0, Dunbar's played right with them.
Yeah, they played a decent second quarter. Offensively, they're holding the ball, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to give it to Simon Kenton.
If they can just get a score in here, they can maybe cut it to 2 scores and maybe fight back in the game. 4th down, about 8. They got to get down to the 21-yard line for first down. He stepped with Boykin to his left, back in the pocket, throws it, and it's caught, and there's short of the first down, 25-yard line. The catch was made by Ryan Barrett.
Yeah,
Then he stopped immediately at the 25. Simon Kenton will take over right there.
Yeah, you don't want to run those routes that short.
Yeah.
By the way, Gary, I wanted to mention that the Dunbar girls soccer team have a big game at home tomorrow on this same field hosting Catholic. Varsity is playing for a top seed, and the Dunbar JV is undefeated in Kentucky. So big things soccer still happening here at Dunbar.
The score here is Simon Kenton 29, Dunbar 7, 4 minutes, 47 seconds left in the first half with Coach Mike Meehan and Aaron Rose and King of Stream. I'm Gary Ball here at John Akers Stadium. First down, Lee.
See again.
Turner, 35. He's at the 40, turning midfield, cuts it back 40, down to the 39-yard line. Finally shoved out of bounds over there. And it was a backup player, Coach, who got him, number 8 there for Dunbar.
Number 8 is, there he is. Yeah, he had to. He pinned him against the thing. That's Notaro Nagano. Nagano made the hit out of bounds.
Here's a quick pass out to the left side to the 35 and tackled right there. That catch is made by Grayson Harris. The stop was made by...
It looked like Flynn or maybe 23 was
Anthony
in there too.
Flynn, yep.
And Pittman.
Yep. Lee, deep pass, throws it right side and tipped away. Nice play there by the secondary of Dunbar, knocking it away.
Turlington got his hand up and knocked that ball down. It looked like he was the receiver was breaking open. I'm going to say this again. There's a penalty on the play.
Yep, flag. It's going to be against Simon Kenton.
I did not see that flag. No.
Well, anyway, the running game is just going too well against Dunbar, and I think the problem is they're not setting the edge on the wide side of the field. That has been a huge problem tonight.
Second down and 17. Quarterback keeper, Lee, down to the 35. He's slammed down right there. Picks up about 10 yards.
All right, they're running a 3-5 look on defense, Gary, and the outside linebacker is deep. And so there's an automatic gap there between the person that's playing off the tackle's shoulder, the defensive end or the outside tackle, I guess you could say, and that linebacker.
Brady Lee rolls right, sets up, throws deep, and it's going to be, I think, intercepted, picked off. Is he in the end zone? Do you see as it bring it out to the 20-yard line? One official is trying to say he's at the 1-yard line, but I think that was in the end zone.
Yeah, we have to see that again. We might be the talk on this one. Let's see. No,
he was in the end zone.
Yeah, he rolled over. Yeah, he probably was.
He was at the cover of the end zone.
Yeah. Yep. All right, see, I think Simon Kenton is getting a little greedy right there, Gary. Are they bringing it back?
Wow.
What?
They said, I don't know what they're saying here, Coach. What in the world's going on?
There's a.
The white hat.
We got to get a camera on the white cap because we don't know what the calls are.
Yeah, we got 2 deep cameras, and one of them needs a just after each play.
He was on it on that one though. I didn't have to zoom in shots, but there were using that shot there.
So they take away the interception. Simon Kenton has it at the 20-yard line. Tyson, and that's Weaver running to the 5, knocked out at the 5-yard line.
Oh, boy. Again, the penalty killed him. I don't know what it was, but it absolutely killed the defense.
It was a pass interference call, gentlemen.
Football at the 7. They give now inside to Harris, and he's going to be tackled at about the 6-yard line.
That O'Hara, finally, I was watching O'Hara, and he was on an island out there the last few plays on those running plays. He has to come up and protect the outside, and then the runner's cutting inside. That time he slid off. O'Hara did a good job sliding off and making that tackle.
Lee throws it in. It was in the ground, incomplete.
Yeah. Coverage was decent. Number 15 was on top of him right away, Norsworthy. They're playing a little bit better in the second quarter, but you cannot. We talked about turnovers and penalties have hurt Dunbar.
29-7. Simon Kenton 3:22 in the first half. Turner inside, and he's hit at the 3-yard line and stop right there to be 4th and goal. And that's a nice play turned in by Aiden Davis. Turned that play in, number 59. 4th down.
Quarterback's going to keep it.
Quarterback going to walk into the end zone.
Just see again, it's the same thing. That there's no edge. There's nobody out there to take that play. Somebody has got to know that quarterback's going to be able to turn up inside.
When he faked it to Weaver, about 3 guys went to Weaver, and they went for the bite. Then they just bootlegged it around the right side. Lee ran it in. It's 35-7, Simon Kenton. Cole Garnett, the kick is up, and it is good. 36-7, 2:57 in the first half here on the Mingua Beef Jerky. UK Sports Medicine High School Football Game of the Week at Paul Lawrence Dunbar.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing.
Both ways.
Norsworthy up to the 20, almost the 30-yard line. Decent return by Norsworthy.
Yeah, he's good to have back there. He's pretty sure with the ball, and he's giving them decent field positions.
Up to the 30. Estep is the quarterback. In for Ethan Till with that injury.
I think is Estep still in there?
Yeah, he's at the sideline.
Oh, he's on the sideline there.
He was getting to play from the side, Coach.
Yep.
So Dunbar down 36-7. 2:49 in the first half. I think we might have to put some headsets on next week, Coach, so we can hear each other better. Here's a handoff inside and stop right there. And going down is Kayembe.
Kayembe has probably 15 carries already in this football game. Simon Kenton still in that 4-3 look.
Kayembe is to the right of Estep. Fires it over the right side. It's caught up to 30.
There you go.
Go to 35, 40, 45, 50. And some speed down the near sideline. Turned in, and that was Kotaro Nagano.
Nice job. Kitchens ran down on the sideline. Otherwise, he could have gone a lot further. Nice job. Nice play. Decent job by the young quarterback in there now.
Kotaro showing the speed. 43-yard line. Quarterback. Pass over left side. Norsworthy. Caught. Norsworthy gets to the... Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage, does he?
No, he's getting up a little shaken.
Schreiber got him over there, Luke Schreiber.
Yeah, they're in bunch trips on the right and hoping that the safety will roll that way, even though it was the short side of the field, and then through the bubble screen back the other way.
Minute 49, Coach. That's all that remains in the first half.
Well,
second down and 11 for Dunbar. They got to get down to the 33 for first down. Estep pass, it's caught and down to the 40-yard line. And let's see who made the catch there.
I think it was,
and that was going to be Harrison Simpson, 88 with the catch.
Yep. And again, 24 Brahms with the tackle. He's all over the field.
He's got about 10 tackles, doesn't he?
Yep.
Third down, 7 yards, Estep. Rolling right, throws it. It's caught, and he's spinning around to the 34. That's going to be Simpson again. Back-to-back catches by Simpson, but he's short of the first down.
Short of first down. This is fourth down. There's 52 seconds. They're going to try to rush a play. They've got 3 timeouts. Go ahead and call one and use it.
Estep, bad snap, and Simon Kenton gets on it at the 45-yard line.
So I said, clock's running down. Call the timeout. Get yourself together for maybe one big play, something you have in the playbook that you know is going to get you at least half that distance. You still got 2 timeouts after that.
Got the fumble, Coach, for Simon Kenton.
I don't know whether it was a bad snap or just handling the ball.
First and 10 for Simon Kenton at the 44-yard line. I think they'll go probably quickly downfield, Coach, try to get something else.
Yeah,
here.
They're either going to run a draw here or they're going to throw the ball deep on the first play. And there you go.
And to give up the middle, and that's going to be Turner,
yeah.
sophomore running back.
Yeah,
and he gets down up to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Lee tried to
yards.
pull that ball. Did you see that? He tried to pull the ball. He maybe was going to keep it himself.
Lee back in the
That guy's
pocket.
leaning.
Looks deep downfield. Throws it down the left side. It's going to be
That's a penalty.
incomplete. And that's going to be a flag interference.
Yeah, because he ran into him with his body, not because he put his hands up, because he ran into him with his body.
36-7. Simon Kenton on top.
With 11 seconds, that's going to give him another play because of the penalty. Well, we got halftime coming up. Gary, what's going on Sunday with the Scholastic Ball Report?
We've got Chad Pennington and Luke Pennington on from Sayre High School talking about the undefeated Spartans football team, and our scholar athletes from Henry Clay. Her name is Kyla Lunsford.
Yeah,
Pass outside and goes out there to Harris. He goes down.
They're going to let the clock run out.
They're just going to let it run out. At the end of the first half, comes to an end. Simon Kenton 36, Dunbar 7, Coach. We'll be back with halftime here at homecoming at Dunbar after this timeout.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Whether it's ice and cold drinks, chips and dips, or homemade sandwiches, and crispy, crunchy chicken for everybody, Clark's has you covered. And you don't even have to leave your car thanks to our convenient drive-thru.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Before cheering on the Cats at Reps, we always make sure to stop at Clark's Main Street Market for all the essentials. Return, refresh, refuel.
It's tailgate time in the Bluegrass.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to make my announcing debut.
And I believe that's football time in the Bluegrass.
But you can believe this. Clark's has everything you need for a winning tailgate.
Whether it's ice and cold drinks, chips and dips, or homemade sandwiches, and crispy, crunchy chicken for everybody, Clark's has you covered. And you don't even have to leave your car thanks to our convenient drive-thru.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Kids deserve the space to grow, to play, to explore. And if they get sick or hurt, they deserve a hospital devoted to them. This is our promise, the most advanced care possible, with doctors, nurses, therapists, and surgeons who specialize in getting kids back to simply being kids again. We are UK Healthcare's Kentucky Children's Hospital. And for us, the power of advanced medicine is more than saving lives. It's saving lifetimes.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm dreaming.
Of what?
Fall in the Bluegrass, days at the track, nights on the 50-yard line.
Well, you want to be at the 50 instead of on the 50. That could be dangerous.
But to complete your day, you can count on Clark's Pump and Shop.
Whether it's a breakfast sandwich or pizza on the way to the track, picking up drinks and crispy, crunchy chicken on the way to the game, no one has you covered like Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Whether it's ice and cold drinks, chips and dips, or homemade sandwiches, and crispy, crunchy chicken for everybody, Clark's has you covered. And you don't even have to leave your car thanks to our convenient drive-thru.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Same.
Welcome back to Paul Lawrence Dunbar at halftime here. Dunbar and Simon Kenton. Simon Kenton on top in this game. And joining us at halftime, the new AD here at Paul Dunbar, Damon Kelly. Welcome in, Damon.
Thanks, Gary. Good to be here with you.
You look at you're the athletic director here, and 5 weeks you've been on the job. I'm sure you're, process of learning, but I'm telling you, you're doing a great job after 5 weeks.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a steep learning curve. I've always dabbled in AD stuff a little bit, but primarily been on the coaching side for my career. So there's a lot to learn. It's a great school with a lot of tradition here, and the people here have been great. But they were well into fall sports. I wasn't even able to start until the third day of school. So I mean, it's been a whirlwind, trying to keep my head above water, but I'm having a great time with it.
A lot of people remember your name from coaching. You coached for a long time at Lafayette. You were on the staff with Donnie Atkins and won the state championship. And then here at Dunbar, they won the state championship in 16. So you've been a part of some good state championships.
A lot of great memories. I tell people that coaching with Coach Atkins is why my hair's turned a little bit gray at this stage of the game. But he was great to me, and that was a great experience for me as a young coach. And I used that opportunity to become the head coach at Lafayette, and had a great time doing that. I've been at West Jessamine the last 14 years, and but I was, I'm sure there will be a point where I'll miss coaching, but I was ready to make this transition as well.
As the athletic director here at Dunbar, there's a lot of differences. You're an old coach, a coach for many years at West Jess and Lafayette. Tell us the difference in your daily routine.
I don't stop. I have gone from one meeting to the next. The number of emails that come through and text messages that I get, to this point, I have not been able to master staying on top of all that. Everything that's involved with the job are things that I enjoy, so I'm not complaining about it. But life is moving at a faster pace than what I'm used to right now, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes you need to challenge yourself and get out and push yourself and see what you're capable of. So that's what this is doing for me.
Is that what you did? You kind of pushed yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I loved coaching, but I was ready for a change. I needed to do something different, and this opportunity presented itself to me, and it was a big step. It happened all in basically one day's time. I found out about it on a Monday morning at 7:30. You go through those thoughts in your mind. Do I want to do this? Do I not? I think I probably changed my mind 6 times over a 12-hour period, but I haven't changed my mind since. I mean, it's a good fit for me, and it's, like I said, it's the school, it's the tradition here, it's the people here that have been great. There's a lot of success at Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School, and it's, we're going to take what's here and we're going to do what we can to try to make it better. We've got really good people as coaches in place too.
Well, we appreciate you having Brett spin out tonight. This Simon Kenton Dunbar game. Put your coaching hat on. What would you do in the second half to get your team back in this game?
Well, I mean, I've been in this situation. I mean, you can't. You're not playing right now to win tonight's game. You're playing to get your team ready for district play next week and for postseason play. So, you challenge your kids right now, not necessarily to try to win the ball game, but to try to win the second half. Take something positive out of it, to keep improving. The kids still have to execute the plays, execute their blocks, catch the ball, wrap guys up and make tackles. But it's more about just getting better and preparing for next week, because in basketball, I always said that the season was really multiple seasons. December was more practice time, January and February was district play, but the only time that mattered was March. And it's no different in football. These are practice games. The district games are the ones that matter the most, and then postseason's the most important.
Well, Damon Kelly, we look forward to working with you as athletic director now at Dunbar, and good luck, and thank you for taking out your time tonight.
Thanks, guys. We're glad to have you, and you're welcome anytime at Paul Lawrence. Thank you.
That's Damon Kelly, the athletic director. Coach Ming will be now with his son Matt was going to talk to him, and We'll be right back after this timeout. We'll have that interview. Thank you.
Thank you.
Team. Good job.
Shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. Go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
High schools. Welcome back. This is Mike Meehan, and we glad everybody stayed with us at halftime. It's homecoming here. It's a little longer halftime. So we have a few things we need to do here at halftime. First of all, I want to do what we usually do at halftime, and that is we have our UFOs, our unheralded football overachievers. What I do is I contact each coach the week before the game and ask them to give us some name and information of some people or person that does special things for the team but gets very little credit for what they do. For Simon Kenton, their UFO is Caleb Blyer. Coach Lucas says that Caleb has done so much for the football program over the last 3 years, mostly with little fanfare compared to his more heralded teammates. He was a two-way starter this year and was elected captain by the team. Regrettably, Caleb was injured. He tore his ACL in the earlier game and he's out for the season. I called Caleb on the phone and I talked to him for a little bit. It was a real trip. I asked him, because of his injury, he wasn't in school. I said, "Are you in school?" He said, "No." He goes, "I'm kind of homeschooled right now." I said, "Well, do you have time to talk?" He goes, "Well, can you call me in 30 minutes because my mother says I'm still in school." So while talking to Caleb, I learned he loves motorcycles and especially enjoys the Harley. Not surprising, he's a linebacker. He likes a Harley. His favorite memory as a Pioneer is his 4 tackles for a loss in the Highlands game, along with the 2 touchdowns he scored. Ryan has 2 older brothers who also played football for the Pioneers. Caleb loves his teammates and coaches, and even though he's injured, you'll see him on the sideline rooting his team on. The UFO for Paul Lawrence Dunbar, Coach Johnson chooses their daytime custodians, Kelly Rogers, Joe Harbison, and Karen Gibson. I know from being a head coach here at Dunbar, you cannot get along with these guys. Without these custodians, things just turn to be a real mess. You have to count on them. According to Coach Johnson, PLD has been understaffed this year, but these 3 custodians keep the Bulldogs stadiums and locker rooms clean, and they do it, as Coach Johnson says, with a servant's heart. All of his players and coaches appreciate what they do, and he wanted them to know that they really, really appreciate what he does. Well, that's our UFOs for today. I'm going to go through now. We're going to talk a little bit with Matt Meehan. Now, Matt is obviously my oldest son. Matt was here in the early 90s when things really got going here. I was the first head coach here when they built the school, and things were rough at the beginning. It wasn't like over there at Frederick Douglass High School where it opened up with the football team with everything they'd ever want in the world. We had very little as far as football goes. Matt, take me back a little bit. Tell me a little bit about what went on at the very beginning.
Well, it is humbling walking into the stadium. It's just such a beautiful facility. Just walk in, the lights are shining. It's a beautiful Friday night. We had none of this. It was a field. There was a telephone pole in the middle of the field that we had to dodge around in practice. We would literally line up shoulder to shoulder across the field before practice every day, walk across, pick up rocks, get to the other side, dump the rocks, turn back and walk back and pick up rocks. We did that for probably the first month that we were practicing. And never really got better. I think I still got a couple scars. Scars showing that. But yeah, it was rough. No facility, no locker rooms. All of our equipment we carried around in big, gigantic bags. We had the coach mentioned the custodians. We had a big custodian closet that we changed in before practicing, and it was rough. And our home games, of course, were away games.
Yeah, and I want to say something about that. Of all the things that went on, that was the easiest because the other schools in town were really good about that. when they were away, they gave us their field. I mean, they said, you can be the home field, do this and that. They had a few rules and regulations for our boosters as far as concessions and stuff. But they did a really, really good job. I was really happy with that.
Well, that's good to hear. Coaches, you guys can have those friendships and stuff on the field. We don't like those other guys, regardless of what they're doing for us.
Yeah, well, I got along with all of them except maybe that one in Boone County. The gentleman sitting next to me, who I respect a lot, he was up there at Boone County at the time, and Nolan Hawk he was a tough guy to get along with. But
we called Owen Mr. Magoo.
Yeah.
Because money stays.
Yeah.
That's what we called him.
Yeah.
Magoo.
Well, he was a good coach, but he had some good players too.
Yeah.
Matt, okay, so that's settled. Tell me a little bit about those first early teams that you were on.
Well, I don't think it's unique to football at all to say that adversity really brings people together, and that's just what we felt early on. We didn't have the stadium, we didn't have the luxury of picking the greatest football players from around the city to play on our team. We didn't even get the best players from our district to play because Fayette County Public Schools allowed them to stay at their home schools. So we started off the first season with 3 seniors, and I can pretty much guarantee you those guys, they're great guys, but they weren't the starters for their teams that they left. So that really gave us the opportunity to come together as a team and as a family, and just really build the program from nothing. It was rough the first year. We went 0-8. A couple heartbreaking losses. Our last game of the season, we lost in triple overtime, and it was homecoming as well. Well, away coming, because we didn't have a stadium there. So it was homecoming for us, and I still feel really bad about this, but I was so broken after that game that I stood my date up for the homecoming dance. So, Ellen, if you're out there listening, I apologize. But yeah, it was a rough, first year was a rough year for us, and but again, it just brought us together tighter and closer, and came out in the second year and won our first game of the season, first district game against Bryan Station, and I still vividly remember whistle to whistle walking up behind Tate's at Tate's Creek, and all the buses staged up on the top of the hill there, and I remember going up and shaking their coach's hand, and just big grin on my face, and it meant a lot because obviously Dad was coach at Bryan Station from back before they had face masks on their helmets.
Leatherheads.
And of course, I grew up in that environment. I grew up wearing everything green and gold and going to practice. I was the little kid that hung out with the cute managers on the team, and so that meant a lot to me specifically, but to all of us for that to be our first victory.
Well, I remember that game because it was 98 degrees out, and after the game, because it was our first win, I wasn't thinking of anything except we won the game, and they dumped ice cold Gatorade on me, and my heart stopped. I swear it did. I couldn't catch my breath, and I made a comment after that. I will hire people to stand back here and not let that happen again.
Wasn't it the right flavor or something?
I think it was that garbage yellow stuff. I like the orange.
It's back when it was powdered and mixed up.
And by the way, I coached at Bryan Station from 71 to 1990, so it wasn't like leather helmet days. Simpler. I played, but no, never mind. Okay, real quickly, tell me a little bit about what you're doing now. Now I know you're married in town. My lovely daughter-in-law, Audra, she's a real estate agent and has another job where she dubs things or something.
If you've ever been in a company that does those open enrollment videos for insurance at the end of the year, she basically does those with the video for it and the audio for it, and she does a lot of vocal voiceovers and stuff around town. You've probably heard her on a commercial or two as well.
Well, let me real quick say this. Matt went from here, went to DePaul University, the one in Greencastle, Indiana, and he played football for a year, but a special opportunity came up to you that you took. What was that?
I had a lot of very good opportunities to travel. I'm blessed with some music talent. I'm a bass player, played classical music and a lot of jazz growing up. I'm currently in 4 or 5 different jazz ensembles around town, and I just really fortunate to play with some amazing musicians here in town.
You played at Dougie Allen's place, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. My band Candy Girl, lead singer's Andy Fee, great friend of mine. She actually went to Dunbar as well. We play at Creo, which is Dougie Allen's spot downtown. Play there once a month or so. So keep your eyes open for us. And if you're not keeping your eyes open for us, go down there and hear some music. It's great. It's one of the premier places in Lexington for live music.
But you did a little trip to Vienna.
Yes, I was very, very lucky with the musical talents and with the opportunities at DePaul University, and I got to go over there twice actually. Once on a tour with the orchestra, and then I spent a semester studying in Vienna. And when you immerse yourself in something, it's amazing how much you pick up, and that goes with the language. I did really, really well. By the time I left, I was dreaming in German. I know that's kind of weird, but that actually happened. And the music was just in my soul at that point.
Yeah, well, it's always been. I'm very proud of you because of that. The fact that you're playing jazz and playing music in town. Linda and I, Matt's mom, my wife, Linda, we like to go watch him play periodically when we can. He plays a lot of private gigs, so we're left out of those. But
there is a little felt, unfelt, not really real animosity or some headbutting between music and sports, I think. But when you boil it down to its core, there's a lot of the same stuff going on in both. You're playing with a team or an ensemble. You are playing your part, and your part is integral to what's going on. Other people are playing. There's communication going back and forth between them, and I was able to kind of grab both of those and distill all that out of both music and sports.
Well, again, I'm really proud of what you did, and those of you, the guys that you played with earlier, a lot of those people, I'm getting texts right now on my phone that are watching and listening, and they're just basically, they're still Dunbar fans. I mean, it's a bad score tonight. Things go up and down in football, you know the way that is, but hopefully things will get better for Dunbar. So, listen, appreciate you being here. Thank you for being with us at Prep Spin. And Gary, we got some stats.
Yeah, we got some stats.
We're going to do a little stats, and so we'll go right to it right now.
Yeah, the stats: 36-7 is a score. First downs 11-10, so pretty close in first downs. Rushing yards 182 for Simon Kenton, 48 for Dunbar. Total offensive plays 28 for 277 yards for Simon, 41 for 142 for Dunbar. Time of possession, I tell you, you talk about a misleading stat, 17:45 for Dunbar and 6:15 for Simon Kenton. That tells you about their explosiveness. Look at the individual numbers. Darrell Turner, 7 carries, 135 yards and a touchdown. You got Nate Kiembe, 15 carries, 48 yards, the leading rusher. Passing, Stephen Estep, 9 of 10, coach. 9 of 10 for 55 yards for Dunbar. Ethan Till was 5 of 9 before he left with the injury. And 9 of 13 for 95 yards and a touchdown pass. Grayson Harris, the leading receiver, 6 receptions, 52 yards for Simon. For receiving, Trey Berry, 5 catches, 36 yards, the leading receiver. And looking at the tackles, Avon Bombs, the linebacker we talked about, 10 tackles in the first half.
I believe in several of those were for losses, too.
I'm going to run down the scoring since you like me to do that.
I love you to do that.
And it was Simon Kidd Darrell Turner got on a 60-yard TD run. Cole Garrett's kick made it 7-0 with 46 seconds to go. Not to go. And then Simon McKinnon, Tyson Weaver, 4-yard touchdown pass. Luke Schreiber with a 2-point conversion, 15-0 Simon McKinnon. Then Simon McKinnon came back. Brady Lee ran a 5-yard TD run in. Cole Garrett's kick made it 22-0. Then Paul Lawrence Dunbar finally got on the board. Ethan Till, a 3-yard run, and that's when he left with the injury. Then it's 22-7, and then Nathan Kitchens hauled in a 6-yard pass from Lee. Cole Garrett's kick made it 29-7, and then with 2:57 in the first half, Brady Lee once again 2-yard run. Cole Garrett's kick made it 36-7. Coach, those are some numbers from the first half. Thanks to WL Stats for providing those.
Yeah, thanks to WL Stats. They do a great job. Absolutely super. Well, let's take a break right now. We haven't had a break in a while. We'll take a little break right here. We'll be back here at the mobile studios here at the Whitaker Bank Mingua Beef Jerky Game of the Week.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Kentucky knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Kentucky needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
It's tailgate time in the Bluegrass.
Uncle Rick, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready to make my announcing debut.
And I believe that's football time in the Bluegrass.
But you can believe this, Clark's has everything you need for a winning tailgate.
Whether it's ice and cold drinks, chips and dips, or homemade sandwiches, and crispy, crunchy chicken for everybody, Clark's has you covered. And you don't even have to leave your car thanks to our convenient drive-thru.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return,
Refresh.
Refuel.
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
Welcome back to John R. Akers Stadium at Paul Lawrence Dunbar, with tonight Simon Kenton from Independence, Kentucky has invaded. They lead 36-7. Coach, what can Dunbar do, if anything, to get back in this ball game?
Well, they receive. So first thing they need to do is get a decent return on the receive. And it looks like that none of these teams can kick deep, so they should get the ball in good field position.
Yeah.
They've got it'll be interesting to see who the quarterback is. If it's E-Step, they've got to get him a little looser throwing the football. He's got to throw the ball down the field.
He was 9 of 10 in the first half.
Yeah, but they're all short passes,
Yeah, I
Gary.
know.
What they've got to back that defensive up a little bit, because they're walking up playing man-to-man. The linebackers are totally ignoring the passing game, and they're aggressively attacking the line of scrimmage to stop the run. So, yeah, they've got to open up. Simon Kenton needs to start the game the way they started it in the first half, and that is all full out like a 0-0.
Here's the kick, and it's taken by Norsworthy at the 15. Comes to the 20, 25, hit hard. There's a flag down. And he's hit at the 27-yard line. Let's see what the flag is.
It's got to be holding. It's got to be holding on the offense with the linesman threw the flag, so I can't think.
It was.
Yeah, it has to be.
Coach, you got the stats there, but I'm trying to find penalties. 5 for 65 yards for Simon Kenton in the first half, 6 for 65 yards, and now there's 7 now for Dunbar.
7 for. They're going to be backed up on Manawal Boardwalk before too long. They keep going backwards.
They got a really good soccer program here at Dunbar. They won, 6 state titles.
Very good soccer program and a good swimming program.
A good band. Their band is really good.
I don't understand why they're wearing green and white when the colors are black and red.
I guess that's part of the show, Coach.
Yeah.
They have.
It's all show now.
Yeah, they have a different show, and the program they do is a big part of it.
Okay, that's interesting.
There's a give to Noe Kayembe, and he gets up to the 20-yard line.
Landon Brown on the tackle. Notice the shift on defense that time. I think they came out in the second half with a little to the wide. It looks like we'll have to make sure see it 3 or 4 plays, but the nose shifted over to the wide side of the field.
Stephen Eastep.
Okay.
And there's a left side and knocked backwards, as that's going to be Ryan Barrett.
Yeah, again, it was just there was nothing there. Cody McDonald out there with other people on the tackle. Again, they just don't have any respect for anything downfield right now, and they're playing up close on the receivers, coming hard. Linebackers are stepping up to the line of scrimmage. See where those linebackers are. They're moving up close to 3 yards from the line of scrimmage now.
3rd and 5. He shifts Kayembe in the backfield. Stephen Eastep rolls right, looks to throw, and he throws it, and it's caught at the 30, up to the 40, and 40. Well, that might be a face mask. I didn't see it. Kitchens made the stop there on Harrison Simpson. I thought he grabbed his face mask, Coach.
It looked like his head moved like he did.
No flag.
That's what I said, no flag by the official. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Stephen Eastep. Passes near side is caught up to the 44-yard line. Catch was made by Harrison Simpson.
Yeah, I think again they're setting up a good opportunity to run like a takeoff pattern, a hook and go or something on the outside. They seem to be attacking the short side of the field. Maybe that's because the quarterback doesn't feel like he has the strength, Gary, to throw across the field.
Yeah, well, the Ethan Teal was in the ball game and went out with that leg injury. It's 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line. Here's Eastep to the near side, caught up to the, and that play was made by Landon Brown, the outside linebacker, as he makes a play on Simpson.
Right, the formation's on the other side of the field, the wide side of the field. When you have 2 out on both sides, when you have twins on each side, then the formation call was to the wide side. So you see him rotate over?
Yep. We've got to get some headsets next week, Coach, so we can hear each other. 9:23 to go in the 3rd.
Oh, it's a lateral.
Pass goes to the left side. It's caught, and up to the 45-yard line. It's Ryan Barrett with the catch.
Again, you just don't. I don't know. It's 4th down and what?
4. They're going to go for it.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd give the ball back to Simon Kenton that quickly.
8 minutes and 53 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Simon Kenton up big on Dunbar. Stephen Eastep.
They tried to get him to jump. That was smart.
Trying to jump him off sides. 4th and about 5 yards to go for 1st down. Now he's looking at the sideline. Noe Kayembe shifts, roll to the right, and he sets up, and he dumps it off, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that'll be turnover. Young quarterback, don't do that. Throw the ball down the field or throw it out of bounds. Don't take a chance on getting a sack or getting tackled there.
So that'll bring on the offense for the Pioneers.
In a really good field position.
Brady Lee, 6-foot junior quarterback. He's a 6-foot junior. In the first half, Coach, Brady Lee was 9 for 13. 1 touchdown.
He's got a good running back.
Sure does. Turner had it on 35 yards. He's got it off the left side. Tripped up at the 42-yard line.
Yeah,
Darrell Turner.
Mr. Turner got tripped up by his own man. Grayson Harris out there was getting knocked backwards. Notice that time, and hopefully it'll stay that way for the Bulldogs. They set the edge that time. They didn't allow him to get outside. So there was some adjustments made.
Simon Kenton won the KHSA state championship in basketball back in '81 with Troy McKinley, young man that played at Kentucky.
I do remember those things.
47. There's a fake inside, rolling right, and it's going to be caught at the 34-yard line. That's a first down, and the catch was made by Carter Blades. He literally caught this off the blades.
Catch that replay. Sorry about that.
It looks like the ball was underthrown. He just made a really good catch.
Yeah, he
like
dove for it and pulled it off
really
the blade.
did.
Well, there's,
Absolutely.
1st and 10. Brady Lee and company. He's got a full house backfield. He gives now to Weaver. Weaver down to the 25 and stiff arms a man, and he's knocked backwards and tackled. Let's see where they mark him at. As I tell you, got in there was Colton Turlington.
There was that little seam then. The edge player played it well, but the running back cut inside to that. So we're looking for linebackers to come out and make that tackle. I said it before at the beginning. I'm really impressed with the offensive line for Kenton.
Yeah, they're big and they move well, don't they, Coach?
They really do.
Lee gives to Weaver, down to the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Tyson Weaver weaving his way into the traffic and finally knocked down, and there to get him was Anthony Flynn.
Yeah, big number 57, Levi Davis, Preston McCauley, and Abaselm. They just have it controlled on the left side of the line of scrimmage.
Simon Kenton has it at the 17, 1st and 10. Twins to the near side, Kitchens to the bottom. There's Lee, back to pass, throws it, and it's going to be caught, and it's a touchdown. What a great catch by number 10, Grayson Harris, and watch this catch, Coach.
He cut it on his shoulder pad. Dunbar had two defensive backs right there.
I think there was a flag. There was a flag down, Coach. Bring it back. Never mind.
Probably holding. Gary, do you think Abaselm, UK's looking at him as a defensive player or an offensive player?
Offense.
Think so?
They said it might start next year. Because UK's offensive line is not that good, Coach.
Yeah.
They're well overrated. They're not holding. And they gave Leary some time, Hand to Turner, 25, down the 19-yard line.
Yeah, the guy that's struggling over there is the guy from Frederick Douglass, offensive line, the center. But he's just making some big mistakes, Gary. All in all, he's blocking well.
Oh, you talking about Jagger Burton?
Yeah.
Maybe they got him out of position, Coach. Well, he's not a center.
No, he's not. I don't think so either.
So I think that's part of the problem. But anyway, they need to solve that. Lee gives to Weaver, and he weaves down it's a nice stop there by Aiden Davis.
Yeah, Aiden Davis came up to make that tackle. They tried a little zone play there. The lineman reached, but there was a lot of penetration by Dunbar. They are playing better.
Got the locks flowing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
3rd down and about 10 yards to go with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
This is a real big down here. Interesting
Turner
to see.
In the backfield, Lee back to pass.
That's covered.
Throws it. It's Kitchens down to the 5. Touchdown. This time it goes to Nathan Kitchens for the score. 18 yards out from Lee to Kitchens.
Yeah, watch this play. A quick out and then a slant pattern. The slant was there. There's no linebacker dropping back in that area, and that allows them to turn upfield.
You know what that means, Coach? 30. If they get this kick, it'll be a running clock from here on out.
Yeah.
36-point lead.
That's right.
They live by 35.
That's
trying to give them that
high
lead.
school rules.
Cole Garnett plays him down. The kick up, and it is through. So running clock, 43-7. 36-point lead for Simon. 4:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back on the Mingua Beef Jerky UK Sports Medicine High School Football Game of the Week.
Neighbor helping neighbor. At Whitaker Bank, we believe in giving back to our communities. Through our many sponsorships, we help provide our fellow Kentuckians with family-friendly fun and events, and scholarships to help students reach their dreams. We know you need banking to be fast and easy. We help with personalized services like mobile deposit. Get the app today and snap, deposit. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Welcome back. We have the kickoff.
And the businessman on the field, Connor Norsworthy.
Norsworthy has had he's had pretty good success on his kickoff returns, though.
Actually, the Hampton went over that time so he could get a return. That was Harrison Hampton.
Harrison Hampton took a place.
Norsworthy's had, about 5 returns?
Yeah. Now, this running clock, people, the clock will run except for timeouts and penalties and injuries.
Injured players, yeah.
Right. And then at the end of a score, of course.
And it's about this time we see cramps starting.
Yeah,
this time of the ball game.
Yep.
There was a big game at Boyle County tonight. They're playing Lexington Catholic.
Oh.
We'll see if Aaron can get us a score on that one. Boyle County and Lexington Catholic.
Two very good football teams.
He step, fumbles, and he drops back on. He's trying to put in the belly of Noe Kayimbe and fumble the ball.
Yeah, look at that's when the quarterback, they're talking to each other. And, you got to make a pocket. You got to put it in. Sometimes they run those RPOs, Gary, where they pull the ball.
Yep.
But you teach your quarterback to hold the ball in the middle of the ball so that the running back can feel your hands. When he closes down, he doesn't just feel the ball, he feels your hands. So he can feel that ball pull out of there.
3:27 in the third quarter. Stephen Estep is at quarterback. Kayimbe is in the backfield. Tripped receivers. Throws it out the left side, right side, incomplete, trying to go out there to Simpson.
Yeah, I think Estep, he misjudged that one. He threw it way in front of the receiver. He had a blocker out in front. It was kind of like a little screen look out there.
I have a score update.
All right, sir.
Boyle County 35, Lexington Catholic 21 in the third.
35-21. So Catholic putting on some points.
That's about right.
Yeah. We know Estep back in the pocket, fire over the middle. It's caught. Good catch. Made up to the 35-yard line. And he gets up slowly, and that's going to be Simpson.
They ruled it incomplete.
They ruled it incomplete.
That was a decent throw, though. He hit that seam pretty well with the ball. He's got to hold on to it.
Scott County over Collins, 49-20 in the third.
49-20, Scott County over Collins in the third.
Lexington Christian over Shawnee, 49-0 in the third.
49, so got a running clock over Lexington Christian.
Hensley probably has 250 yards by now.
Yep, at least. So Dunbar now will be punting, and Till is out, so they get the backup punter in. Punts it away, Kitchen's back deep, and you see it rose. The official's going to mark it. He's walking up to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, pretty much 49.
Clock's still running. Minute 41 to go in the third.
Yeah, this will go quickly now, and I'm sure Simon Kenton's not in any hurry to do anything. They're just going to slow it down and zip through here. Fourth quarter will go very quickly. This was a good rule, I think, that they did back in the day. Now, they don't do it in playoffs, though, do they? I don't think they have it in
yes, they do.
They do?
It in playoffs, too. Anytime a team goes up 36 points, they keep running the clock. Twins of both sides, and I think we've got a backup quarterback in for Kenton as well. Yeah. Handoff goes inside, and the quarterback that's going to be Torrin Turner. He's a sophomore. Turner with the keeper, quarterback.
Yeah, nice to get a sophomore in there now as the game progresses.
I don't think we'll see Brady Lee again.
No, no way. I hope Teal's okay for Dunbar. I mean, looked like he got bent over, but probably twisted something in his lower leg, I would think.
Riley Gilbert is the running back in there with Turner. Turner, the quarterback, and gives it to Gilbert, and he's hit immediately and dropped. Good play there by
that was
Dunbar, 24.
Pacific New.
Just call him Passy.
Passy? Yeah, he said call him Passy because his
That's what he
name's
said.
a little bit confusing.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. The end of the third quarter, 43-7. Simon Kenton leads Dunbar. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter here at Dunbar after this timeout.
Prepspin would like to thank these amazing partners. Mingua Beef Jerky, the official game day snack of Prepspin. UK Healthcare Sports Medicine. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Clark's Pump and Shop, return, refresh, refuel. Hallway Feeds. Atkinson, Sims, and Commode, PLLC. Axia Women's Health, Lexington's Women's Health. The BIM Group. Crown Trophy. Howard Real Estate. Ken's Autos over in Paris. Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI. New South Professional Wrestling. Rafferty's. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics.
We're back here at John R. Akers Stadium, campus of Dunbar. And there's a give to Simon Kenton. And up to the 40.
Man. Yeah, excuse me, Gary. The man with the golden locks made the tackle.
The ball carrier was Riley Gilbert.
Aiden Davis on the tackle.
So the clock continues to run. 11 and a half to go in the ball game. Simon Kenton. They got Turner in at quarterback for Brady Lee. Gilbert's in the backfield. They give to Gilbert. Hit immediately. Bounces off of it and gets positive yards down to the 48-yard line. He was hit at the 38-yard line. He was hit at the 41, Coach.
Yeah, who hit him was Samuel Rivera, and I'm very impressed with him. He came in now. He's a senior and doing a really good job. He penetrated there. He's playing full speed. I'm going to give him that compliment. They're behind in running clock in the 10 minutes to go in the football game, and he's going all out.
Triple receivers to the right side for Simon Kenton. Quarterback Turner takes a direct snap, hit, and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Good play by the Dunbar defense. Clock running, 10 and a half minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that was Grayson Rogers on that tackle. Sophomore in there.
Yeah, a lot of new players in there for both ball clubs right now.
Right, we'll try to keep up on that for you. I'm sure parents love to hear the name of their son.
I see a lot of linemen in there. 63. That is going to be Gavin Jordan's in there now. Also in the game, Colton Johnson. And the center is 66. That's Cooper Cahill. We'll check the left side of the line. Left side, and Turner's going to shift in the backfield. Snap. There's Giordano. Turner keeps it, runs back inside down to the 37-yard line. Looks like Aiden Davis got him.
Yeah, Preston McCauley over there, the junior over there, one of the offensive linemen on the left side.
Clock 9:25 to go in the ball game. Simon Kenton up big, 43-7.
Another big dude out there at left tackle, Gary.
Yeah, let's find his
nice
number.
looking guy.
Let's find his number, Coach. I gave the other guys. 66 is the center. We'll see the other guys here in just a moment. They got to break cutoff with 9 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, we got the left guard. We need the left tackle. That is 78.
78. It's going to be Sam Miller. And looks like, Miller's in there. Fumble. Turner gets back on it, and he's all the way back near midfield. And Aiden Davis came in to finish him off. So Dunbar will get the ball with 8:39 to play.
Let's see what kind of subs they have in there. I'm sure they're E-Step's still in, and that's a good idea. I think he's still in, is he?
Yeah, it's probably on the sideline getting the play.
Right. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being with us tonight on Pressman. Next week, we've got a good one, top 10 battle. Woodford County will take on South Oldham at Woodford, and South Oldham undefeated tonight going in.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Woodford County's loaded. Playing over there at Woodford is a tough place to play for any team to come in.
So that's our game of the week next week at Woodford County. Trip set out to the far side. And E-Step fakes, fires, and that's Norsworthy. Norsworthy is going to take it down to the 45-yard line. That's a pickup about 6-7 yards.
Norsworthy's had a busy night, Gary.
Yep, sure has.
Kickoff returns. He's caught some passes and made some big.
One guy we haven't seen in here is Trey Berry.
Yeah, I think he had one reception.
Tripp set out to the far side. He had 5 catches in the first half. Here's a pass, left side. It goes to Simpson. Simpson down the line, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Simpson. He takes it 45 yards down the far sideline. Bright spot for Dunbar.
Right spot for Dunbar. Simpson breaks that. Nice speed. Look at the speed. Did a nice job of outrunning everybody. That was a good play no matter what.
Makes it 43-13. Of course, after the score, you got to stop the clock. Well, what a great catch and run by Simpson.
Yeah, and E-Step's getting a little work now. He's getting a little practice, getting a little confident. Even though he's playing against subs, he's getting some confidence in himself.
Joseph flag down. The kick is up. It hits the right upright, and the flag came down before he kicked it.
This is an opportunity. Let's see if it's against Simon Kenton. Give an opportunity for them to maybe try a 2-point conversion. They're waving it off. If they wave it off, I mean, it's good, right?
Yeah, because it hit the right upright, then it bounded through. They're going to make him kick it again.
Yeah, because the whistle blew before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, exactly. So,
look, you can't play without a ball, ref. Come on.
Here's the kick up, and it is through for Davies. 43-14. Simon Kenton, 7 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll be back to Dunbar for this timeout.
Hello Garage of Central Kentucky, and by the Scholastic Ball Report, celebrating 20 years on TV.
If you're dealing with a sports injury, UK Healthcare Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine is here to help you get back on your feet. Ranked as high performing by US News and World Report, the same physicians who take care of UK athletes are here to offer expert sports medicine care for you and your family. UK Healthcare Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, official healthcare provider for the KHSAA.
Dunbar gets a 45-yard score from E-Step to Harrison Simpson down the far sideline, and it's 43-14.
Yeah, 43-14, a little too late, but honestly, a good work right there on that drive. E-Step got some good work, got a little confidence throwing the ball.
And Davis will kick off. Here's the boot, and it's going to be end over end and taken at the 13-yard line. Returned up to the 30-yard line, spun around, knocked down right there, and that was returned by Luke Scheiber.
Yeah, and Trenton Berry made the tackle. 6'1" junior. Kind of wrestled him down like steer wrestling.
Yep. Clock running, 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the ball game. Simon Kenton 43, Dunbar 14.
Good job. Thanks to our people in the cameras today, Gary.
Yeah, great job. Tori and William. Thank you, Aaron. Down that close to 6 minutes to go. Torrin Turner in for, and gives to Gilbert. Left side, he's hit, dropped it to 32, 33-yard line.
One more time, Gary Ball, what's going on this Sunday on the Scholastic Ball Report?
Sunday we got, it's a great show with Sayer, Chad Pennington, and Luke, his son, the quarterback. They talked to us about the great season Sayer is having. They were undefeated going into Bracken County tonight. And we got a golfer on from Henry Clay. Highlights from all over the Central Kentucky area. Highlights are great, Coach. And also we got a feature. And Gilbert slips and falls at the 34-yard line.
No, we are going to see Sayre this year.
Yes, we got them October 20th against Eminence, and Eminence is 5-0 right now with one of the top quarterbacks in the state.
We've got
47-2. Sayre won over Nicholas County. They had to go to Carlisle for that game.
Yep. Been there.
So have I, Coach. I played an all-star game there when I was about 12 years old.
I got family out there.
And Aaron's got family out there, so everything's
Everything
coming up roses.
Yeah, roses is that was a good one. Everything comes from Carlisle, I tell you.
Yeah, everything's coming up roses for Simon Kenton as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
They played
Who
really.
do they have next week? I wonder who.
All right, Coach, you're always asking me this.
I think it's a good idea for you to let me know these things, so I like to follow these teams when they leave.
Okay.
I haven't gotten a Lafayette score yet. I'm keeping an eye out for it.
So we'll see. Simon Kenton plays. They've got Greg Crossing next week.
That'll be a win.
And we'll find out for Dunbar. They've got.
They have a district game.
There's Gilbert, and Turner keeps it himself. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked backwards. And looking at Dunbar, yeah, they get into the district play. Tate's Creek right here at Dunbar next week. They play the Commodores.
Yeah, and Tate's Creek, they've won 3, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they've won 3 games.
Scholastic, and don't forget, folks, check out Game Time tonight, 11:15 with Brian Bonham, Lee K. Howard, as they have highlights on WKYT from all over the Central Kentucky and really the state. Nobody covers it like Brian and those guys out at
I don't know how they do it. They go to deep into Eastern Kentucky and video there too.
Turner takes a snap, rolls right. He's hit and thrown down, and that's a nice play there by 45, Coach.
Yeah, 45 is Laz Bowman.
Bowman makes the play.
Mr. Bowman, he's a junior.
2:55 to play. I don't know if we're going to get. We're going to try to get. Won't have a star of the game. 2 minutes 44 seconds, and luckily in this game, Coach, nobody's gone down with any cramps. I guess they've got that solved now.
They do.
Halfway in the season.
That's usually the case. Field, heat.
At halftime, Trinity is up 21-10 over St. X. 18,000 in attendance.
Trinity up over X in front of 18,000 people.
Wow.
21-10. Turner fires the left side and incomplete.
Clock running with 2 minutes to go, as you can see.
Zion Short was the intended receiver. Clock running down to minute 57 to go in this ball game. Simon Kenton will go to 3-2 with the losses to Beechwood and to Cuff Calf.
When I was coaching at LCA, Beechwood was in Division 1A.
Yeah, now they're 2A. They moved up to 2A. So Beechwood's in there with LCA.
Right.
I like our chances this year in the playoffs, Coach. When you look at Sayre in single A, I think they'll make some noise. I think they'll get their first playoff win.
Yeah.
LCA in AA, Lexington Catholic in 3A. There's a good, and taken by Norsworthy up to the 28, knocked down back there, and they're making a play, and that was going to be Scheiber, Luke Scheiber, making the play there. 1:08 to go and the clock running, and then in 3A Catholic, 4A, that's probably going to be the Corbin or Boyle County.
That'll be a big game when they play each other.
And 5A, who do you like, Coach? Scott County or Bowling Green?
I like Bowling Green in 5A.
Yeah, we saw Bowling. They're really good. And 6A is just a crapshoot.
It is. Now that it looked like St. X is not as strong as I thought they were.
Yeah, Trinity's going to beat them, it looks like. Pass to the outside. It's caught up to the 38-yard line. And making that catch there, Coach, was 80 for Dunbar.
Yeah, that's the new one. That's Mason Van Dyke.
Van Dyke, yeah, the player Coach told us about tonight.
Right.
He gave us that number change. He came up here to the Whitaker Bankmobile and told us about it.
Right.
So Van Dyke with the catch. And this will do it. Running to the right is E-step. And he's going to be hit out of bounds and tackled. And that's it. The ball game is over. 43-14. Simon Kenton wins it over Dunbar. And Simon Kenton will go back to Independence. And they're going to be very happy. And they got a tough game next week with Great Crossing. And then Dunbar will have Tate's Creek. 43-14, Coach. It was all Simon Kenton.
All Simon Kenton. And it started from the very beginning. Couple real big plays in the first 2 minutes of the game, actually, and they took it away from there. They're a decent football team. Dunbar's got a way to go. Coach Johnson talked about how young they were. They have all the offensive line is four juniors and one freshman, so they're going to struggle for a while.
So we'll come back and wrap it up here at John R. Akers Stadium. Simon Kenton wins it 43-14 over Dunbar.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pub and Shop.
Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
Welcome back to the post-game show 43-14, Simon Kenton over Dunbar. Simon Kenton, it started with Darrell Turner going 60 yards for touchdown, and Simon Kenton never looked back at that after that point.
Turner had a really good game. I know Dunbar looked pretty weak on defense, especially early, but I think Turner's a good back because I think he can make some yardage against anybody. They have scored a lot of points.
Yeah, he had 135 in the first half. Turner did.
Yeah, he's pretty impressive. Quarterback's a good leader. You can tell that. He controlled the game quite well. We're showing these highlights as we go here. I think Dunbar played a better second half than they did the first half. They made some adjustments and came out wanting to play pretty hard. But again, Simon Kenton dominated the whole game. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and Brady Lee had a good ball game, engineering the Simon Kenton offense as quarterback. Brady Lee was 9-13 in the first half. We don't have the final statistics yet here by WL Stats. We might get them. So Dunbar scores 14 points. They trailed at one point. What was it, 29-0?
Right, 29-0.
So they played with them even Steven at that point.
They did. This was a big play right here. Tip ball by the UK commit, and the big man almost took it in.
And he's not a passer, you can tell that.
No.
But anyway, and we want to remind you as we see these highlights, as running back, that was Giordano running that touchdown in. Coming up on Sunday at noon, the Scholastic Ball Report. Sarah High School, a 49-2 winner tonight over Nicholas, will be our team of the week. Chad Pennington and Luke are on with us. And then we have, of course, the scholar from Henry Clay High School is also on. Highlights from all the games, Coach.
Yeah, and I want to say something about that. That show has been going on for how many years now?
21.
Yeah, Gary's run that for 21 years. And I tell you what, when I was 20 years ago, I would watch that show. And the reason I watched it was to get some highlights, but also I like the scholar athletes. I like when you talk to these kids.
Yeah.
And before pandemic, you used to have a lot of interns.
Yeah.
Kids and interns. And they did a great job, those guys. And that was good training for them.
Well, Kyla Lunsford was excellent. She was on, actually, the scholar with Bridget DeVries. Interviewed her this week. It was a really good interview. She'll be on Sunday at noon from Henry Clay. She won the region championship in the golf with the 100 par.
Wow. Yeah, I think I saw some of that on the news. And we had interviewed Mr. Kelly at halftime.
Yep.
I'm very impressed with him.
Yes, I am too.
As athletic director, he's a young man who he looks like he's got his head together, and it's a tough job to be an athletic director in a huge school like this. People don't understand the complexity of the athletic programs. And it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3, buddy. I'll tell you what. There's so many things you have to do. You have to keep track of schedules. You have to keep track of officials and rules and everything else.
Well, it was fun tonight at Dunbar. They lose to Simon Kenton 43-14. Want to thank Aaron Rose, our great producer. Thanks to William Warfield and also Trey, our videographer, the king of stream. We'll be back on the air next week, Coach. We got a good one. Undefeated South Oldham against Woodford County over at Woodford County.
Well, maybe we can ride together and not get lost this time, right?
We didn't get lost. We didn't get lost.
Well, I made the wrong. I didn't go far enough on that road to get to the high school.
We'll find it next week.
Yeah, we'll find it.
And that's a big game of the week. 2 top 10 teams in their class. Are they 5A, Coach? I think they're 5A.
I think.
Yeah, they're 5A.
Yeah.
In 5A, South Oldham and Woodford. Big 5A matchup of top 10 teams next Friday at 7:30 at Woodford County. And until then, have a great week, everybody. Simon Kenton over Dunbar, 43-14.